Ich hoffe, dass die im nächsten Jahr einen besseren Lumberjack einführen.
Ich hoffe, dass bei 2K20 Tommaso Ciampa der Ingame ist, nicht diesen scheiß Trittmove als Powerbomb Longblower hat. Bei 2K18 war es nämlich nicht so. Da habe ich nämlich die Gegner dann nur gegriffen und da hier tretet er ja nur. Das ist.
Sehr cool, wenn die in 2K20 so einen Lumberjack mit Ducken, also dass er sich duckt, dass er dann hinterm Gegner kommt. Könnte ich mir sogar vorstellen, weil er den so öfters zeigt. Anstatt da hinter den lungern und dann zeigt.
Ich glaube, die werden sogar bei Stone Cold den Stunner einfügen. Denn die Powerbomb zeigt er ja schon lange nicht mehr. Nein, bei
Hab
Owens.
ich auch. Hab ich auch verstanden.
Bei Kevin Owens
Bei
den Stunner
einfügen. Er zeigt, dass er immer eine Pop-Up braucht. So,
I would be remiss if I didn't mention, and it's important to remember amidst the chaos of a triple threat match, that victory can be achieved in many different ways, and that it's every man for himself.
Gentlemen, you can almost literally feel the electricity in the air as we kick off this triple threat match.
Hey, Corey, when's the last time you checked your lumbar?
I don't know what you're trying to get at, Saxton. I don't consent to a lumbar check from Cedric Alexander. I've got my own chiropractor. Thank you very much. Using the knee as a weapon. Oh, right to the face. Knee right to the midsection. Wow, a discus clothesline. Got the arm. Oh, nasty impact.
He looks a bit off his game here. You can't rest on his laurels here. There are two other guys in there that want this match just as much as he does.
He's got to be careful. Too much punishment yet. Triple threat matches have a way of getting out of hand very quickly. Real quick reminder, guys. There are no disqualifications and no countouts in this one. Anything is legal. Oh, and there are enough weapons under the ring to fill an armory. Harsh impact.
Corey, we've seen unbelievable championship matches and triple threat contests over the years. You're absolutely right. The fact that a champion does not have to submit or be pinned or be factored in the decision at all to lose their championship is something that can influence their approach to the match.
Someone saying a triple threat, you don't have to beat the champ to become the champ. That's a risk that a champion runs when being put in this type of match. We've heard from many superstars who say that fact does affect their training and overall preparation for a triple threat match. It would have to.
Boom, nice.
Cedric Alexander really seems to thrive when it comes to tournaments. In 2016, he had a classic match against Kota Ibushi in the Cruiserweight Classic. 2 years later, a tournament got him in a championship match at WrestleMania.
Oh my goodness, crushing it.
Oh boy, he is rolling. And then
Byron counter here. When this guy's on, look out.
It's always important to get off to a strong start in a match. It's even more important to do that in a triple threat match, even as you're going up against two opponents at the same time. Add to that the no disqualification stipulation, and there's little to no room for error. One mistake, and it can cost you a lot more than winning the match.
Byron, you spoke about this before. A competitor must do everything they can do to start things off on the right foot in a triple threat match. One way to do that is to target one of your opponents and go after them as soon as the bell rings. You're battling two opponents at the same time, so it's hunt or be hunted.
And that's what I like, Michael. It's survival of the fittest in that ring. In a triple threat, a superstar can't waste time feeling opponents out, getting warmed up, or easing their way into the match. You have to go at it as soon as the match begins.
Corey told me earlier today that something doesn't seem right with Johnny Gargano. That there's weakness that his opponent can exploit.
It's not a wrestling weakness I see, but a mental one. I see somebody who allows his past to cast a big shadow over any chance of a bright future. If you distract Johnny with past failures, you may give him a new one.
He knows he's in trouble.
He can't take much more. Evaluating what Corey said about Johnny's past failures, the way you get over something is to completely let it go. No longer acknowledge it, and it doesn't have power over you. And unfortunately, it's not that easy, Saxton. Johnny carries the effects of his past. Don't think for 1 second that old scars don't constantly permeate in the back of Johnny Wrestling's mind.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business. What a stomp!
Good grief!
Cedric Alexander is one of the most highly touted cruiserweights in recent history, but his road to the Cruiserweight Championship took a lot of twists and turns.
Yeah, Michael, a lot of us expected to see Cedric contend for the title as soon as he joined 205 Live, but the drama with Alicia Fox and a knee injury kept him out of the title picture. Oof! You guys mentioned Cedric Alexander's path to the Cruiserweight Championship. He was actually #1 contender before the tournament started, but had to compete in the Cruiserweight Championship tournament just like everybody else.
Alexander's looking to end it.
Oh boy, he is
a sit-out, full Nelson, face buster.
That's how you put an exclamation point on the end of a match, guys. Johnny Gargano is just getting overwhelmed. Michinoku driver. Oh boy, he is rolling. Gargano hooks it up. Ooh, face first. Game, set, match. This one is over.
There are no allies in matches of this nature, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a temporary union and a little 2-on-1 battle taking place. This is a treacherous match indeed, as Corey was saying. I can't even...
Gargano locking it up.
Full Nelson slam.
But I don't know how much gas he has left, guys.
This is Johnny Gargano's match now. Release back suplex.
Great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around.
Not today.
Man, nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
Tumbling paradise from out of midair. What?
Whoa, Gargano dodged that one.
Johnny's so quick.
Going for broke. Face buster. Man, that was vicious. That might have done it, Cole. Whoa, Gargano dodged that one.
Johnny's so quick.
Elbow finds its mark.
Gargano's boom, what impact.
I'm not sure how much he has left.
This is Johnny Gargano's match now.
Crossface applied. This one is over. There is nothing comfortable about that one, Michael. Whoa, Alexander dodged that one.
He's fighting back here.
I expected nothing less, Cole.
Cedric Alexander is perhaps the most balanced arsenal on 205 Live. He can hit you from the sky with his strikes and toss you into the lumbar check. How do you prepare for Cedric?
Injuries happen to everyone who steps in the ring, and when they keep you sidelined for an extended period, you know it's a more serious ailment. Cedric Alexander missed 5 months with a knee injury. Do the math.
Cedric Alexander looking to take the
Lumbar check. That might just be the final nail in the coffin.
Discussing strategy against Cedric Alexander earlier, Corey mentioned Cedric's knee injury. Do you think that's a sound move, Byron?
I don't know, Michael. A truly serious injury forces a competitor to change their moveset. Cedric is still burying those knees in the backs on a weekly basis with the lumbar check. I think he came back from that injury stronger than ever.
Umsonst muss ich in die Tor.
The crowd clearly divided for this triple threat match. There doesn't seem to be a runaway favorite in this one. No, he releases the hold.
What in the world is he thinking? Does he not want to win?
Alexander's looking to end it. Could be something here.
I think this is the beginning of the end. Beautiful technique. I think this is the beginning of the end, Michael.
He's firing on all cylinders.
Oh, boy, he is rolling.
He's not going to like this.
He can't withstand one bit more.
No, there's the reversal. He's in trouble.
Right across the back of the neck. Great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around.
Oh, he's such a tough target. Got the reversal. Just a step quicker, it looks like.
Michinoku driver.
Was einfach Beste. Beste.
You gotta believe this one's over. Goes down hard.
He's teetering on the edge here.
He's fighting back here.
I expected nothing less, Cole.
What's this? He's making a statement here with this attack. Dropped, and that was a hard shot, Corey.
Yeah, you might want to think about throwing in the towel at this point.
Release back suplex. This might be it. Oh, my. As Byron mentioned, Lesnar's attack on Cena in 2020. And furthermore, I don't think I've ever seen John Cena manhandled like he was on that night.
Yeah, Lesnar definitely brought it to Cena that night. But what's truly amazing is that John Cena eventually found a way to win that match. Hooked up. Big slam. Oh, debilitating elbow drop. With the wrestling ability of Johnny Gargano as literally a staple of his nickname, I'm not sure if trying to out-wrestle Johnny is a sound strategy. The best option would be to find counters for his aggressive slingshot offense. Ooh, what impact.
Oh, no, we've got a problem here, guys.
No kidding. Who knows what will happen next?
Let's expand on the counteractions one needs when going up against Johnny Wrestling. In your tape study, Corey, do you agree with Byron's assessment of Gargano's offense?
I do, and speaking from in-ring experience, with momentum Johnny generates using the ropes, he can use his body or your body like a lawn dart. Either way, you have to make sure he misses the bullseye.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business. Knocked off his feet.
Now that's a takedown.
WWE.com.
Johnny Gargano locking it up. Down. Can he finish him off here?
This is Johnny Gargano's match now.
Uh-oh, suplex. Great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around.
Not so fast. To demonstrate further on what Michael said about Johnny's time on the Indies, Gargano journeyed from his hometown of Cleveland, Ohio to anywhere in this country. Not for money, but to make a name for himself in this business.
Johnny didn't only evolve in the Indies. He reigned as a champion for over 800 days in different promotions, all while facing some of the best competitors in the world.
Hasse diesen langsamen Move.
Guys, some superstars do what they do. He wants it. This might be it. Oh, my. Can he finish the job? They get dangerous out here, especially when there are no countouts. Crossface applied. That should do it. Here's a cover. Could be it. 2. I wouldn't have been surprised if that was it. Wow. Wow.
Ich wollte jetzt gerade nur auf YouTube schauen, weil...
Byron touched on how grateful Johnny is for his fans' support, but not everybody is on the same bandwagon. The undersized Gargano has always been the underdog and has had his fair share of doubters throughout his career.
Yep, and I would be one of them. I'll admit, Johnny can sometimes...
Cedric Alexander.
Brainbuster.
That has got to be it. And this has got to be it. 2. What? Oh, he kicked out. Unbelievable. How'd he do that?
In matches like this, guys, you learn very quickly which superstars have what it takes to truly get extreme.
Oh, boy, he is rolling.
The end is near for him.
Just a debilitating neck breaker. Whoa, Gargano dodged that one.
Johnny's so quick.
He's fighting back here.
I expected nothing less, Cole.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy. We've seen it on so many occasions, Corey. A superstar has the match won, and all they have to do is pin their opponent. Or a submission is locked in, and the person is fractions of a second away from tapping out, and that's when it hits. The third participant in the match comes in to break things up and launch an attack on their own. There is no time to spare in a triple threat match. Just when a superstar thinks the match is theirs for the taking, and they're moments away from victory, the rug is yanked out from under them with no warning. That's why in a triple threat, a competitor must move carefully and swiftly, or it could cost them the match.
Take down the arm is trapped.
Crossface applied. That's what he was looking for, Michael. I gotta say, watching this match, I'm definitely seeing similarities to the May 2016 Extreme Rules match, where Roman Reigns defended his WWE World Heavyweight Championship against AJ Styles.
Na, Johnny, das ist ja wieder. Was ist mit dir passiert? Das sieht ja ganz anders aus.
Aber wie
When it comes to brutality, I would agree with Michael Cole's assessment that this match shares similarities with the 2016 Reigns Styles match. Though for me, the biggest story of that night came after the match.
I agree with that for sure. Absolutely nobody thought they'd see Seth Rollins on that night, especially Roman Reigns.
So, jetzt habe ich meine Aufgabe erledigt. Das kann ich gar nicht machen, was ihr wollt.
Without a doubt, this is a volatile situation, guys. WWE superstars are dangerous without weapons. Then you put them in an environment like this, and who knows what you're liable to see.
Oh ja. Nein.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other. Whoa, Gargano dodged that one.
Johnny's so quick.
Hard to argue Michael's point on... We have seen him here before. Face buster.
This is his opportunity to win this thing.
But now, can Cedric capitalize? There it is. Did you hear that crack? Incredible.
There's a lot of force behind that one.
For the pin and the win.
Yes.
He's playing with him now.
He's looking shaky. This could be the end. Cedric Alexander. Brain buster. This one's over, guys. Impressive, but you got to.
He goes for the cover. Known for superior striking skills and slick submissions, Johnny Gargano has the habit of breaking his opponent's spirit with his never-say-die attitude.
It might just be that Johnny isn't smart enough to say quit, Cole, but I credit Johnny for getting up every time he's knocked down. But he should learn about living to fight another day.
Looking for the finish.
Lands this, and he is done.
To dispute what Corey expressed about how Johnny Gargano should know when to quit, I don't believe that thought process has ever entered his mind, no matter what trials he's gone through.
I see it in Johnny's eyes every match. He knows he was never supposed to be here. He took the road less traveled. He climbed the ladder rung by rung. But now he's here, and his heart has no quit. You gotta believe this one's over.
Here we go.
Whoa, Alexander dodged that one.
Barely. Cedric Alexander is one of the most highly touted cruiserweights in recent history, but his road to the Cruiserweight Championship took a lot of twists and turns.
Yeah, Michael, a lot of us expected to see Cedric contend for the title as soon as he joined 205 Live, but the drama with Alicia Fox and a knee injury kept him out of the title picture.
Elbow drop.
Piercing.
You guys mentioned Cedric Alexander's path to the Cruiserweight Championship. He was actually #1 contender before the tournament started, but had to compete in the Cruiserweight Championship tournament just like everybody else.
A lesser man would have complained or put less than his best effort in, but it made Cedric fight harder than ever. It took almost 2 years, but Cedric Alexander became Cruiserweight Champion on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania.
When this guy's on, look out.
That's still to come in.
Addressing the WWE Universe, Johnny Gargano said, quote, I've had some of my best matches in front of 50 people in a VFW hall, so imagine what I'll do in front of thousands.
With those humble beginnings, Johnny Gargano used to question if people were going to know who he was every time he entered the ring. But after a 5-star battle at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia, he doesn't have to question anymore.
You guys romanticize Johnny Gargano's 5-star battle like it means something. Having the match of a lifetime earned him 0.
Big move coming. Wait for it.
Oh, nice.
Shut it down.
He's close to being done here.
He doesn't want to do this outside the ring.
Some superstars who have competed in a triple threat match feel it's...
Takedown, the arm is trapped.
Crossface applied. Here's his moment, Michael.
He may get the 3 count right there. 2. Barely at 2.5.
How in the world?
Byron, before you mention the strategy some superstars have implemented for competing in a triple threat match, and that includes having a finishing maneuver to put someone away for the 1-2-3 and a submission to make them tap out. There are many superstars in WWE who can do just that, which makes them even more dangerous to opponents.
The way I look at it is you can never have enough weapons at your disposal, especially in something like a triple threat match. If a superstar can defeat someone by pinfall and submission, to me, they increase their chances of victory in a match where the odds are against them to begin with.
We may very well... There it is.
Did you hear that crack?
Incredible. There was a lot of force behind that one.
This one's not over yet. We've seen plenty of people come back from being in a lot worse shape.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Ich hätte jetzt wirklich auch Powerbomb Das hat nur 66,9%.
Cedric Alexander is perhaps the most balanced arsenal on 205 Live. He can hit you from the sky with his strikes or toss you into the lumbar check. How do you prepare for Cedric?
Injuries happen to everyone who steps in the ring, and when they keep you sidelined for an extended period, you know it's a more serious ailment. Cedric Alexander missed 5 months with a knee injury. Do the math.
Avoids trouble there. Discussing strategy against Cedric Alexander earlier, Corey mentioned Cedric's knee injury. Do you think that's a sound move, Byron?
I don't know, Michael. A truly serious injury forces a competitor to change their moveset. Cedric is still burying those knees in the backs on a weekly basis with a lumbar check. I think he came back from that injury stronger than ever.
Elbow! He's making a statement here with this attack.
Hier. Extreme Rules, Leute, nicht
Whoa, Alexander dodged that one barely.
Warte, ich komme noch. Hier.
Oh, and the ladder finds the mark.
Gonna be tough to bounce back from that one.
Hier, Triple H-Manieren.
They get dangerous out here, especially when there are no countouts. Look at this!
Noch etwas für euch.
They get dangerous out here, especially when there are no countouts.
Hier, noch ein Stuhl.
Got it.
Michael, that sledgehammer can cause some serious damage.
Nee, warte mal, da fehlt auch noch was. Hier.
Oh, what impact! Whack!
Michael, that gives new meaning to have a seat.
Es ist Extreme Rules, alles ist erlaubt, Mädel.
Oh, clobbered by the steps.
That'll make you reassess some things.
Hallo.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Incredible!
There was a lot of force behind that one.
Ist so viel Zeug da oder warum fehlt
Cedric Alexander really seems to thrive when it comes to tournaments. In 2016, he had a classic match against Kota Ibushi in the Cruiserweight Classic. 2 years later, a tournament got him in a championship match at WrestleMania. Oh, Gargano dodged that one.
Johnny's so quick.
Nur noch einer auf die Leiter?
Whoa, he lets him out.
What a fool. He had him dead to rights.
Oh, this is dangerous right here. Byron mentioned Cedric winning his way to WrestleMania in 2018 via the Cruiserweight Championship Tournament. I'd argue that he had the toughest road to WrestleMania.
I'm not going to argue with you, Cole. I mean, he took on the Cruiserweight Classic runner-up, and then the guy that won the Cruiserweight Classic, and then Roderick Strong, and then Mustafa Ali, and then he finally won the Cruiserweight Championship.
Ah nee, das ist mir zu hoch.
And the slam.
Uh-oh. Guys, you never know what you're going to see in a match like this. And if you need proof of that, just go back to watch Daniel Bryan versus Kane from Extreme Rules 2014.
Long Dark was das Ding, Alter.
Oh, and the ladder finds the mark.
Gonna be tough to bounce back from that one.
As Corey mentioned, Daniel Bryan versus Kane from 2014 provided scenes we never thought we'd see. Most notably for me was Bryan carrying Kane back to the ring via a forklift.
That's right up there, Michael, but let's not forget that was also a match where Kane went through a flaming table.
Irish whip. This is what makes him one of the best in the business. Uh-oh, full Nelson. Full Nelson slam.
Game, set, match. This one is over. It might be cliche, but it's true here. It ain't over till it's over.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
Buster. This one is over.
Just in case you didn't, going for the cover. 1, 2.
How does he keep doing this?
He needs to change something fast, guys. He's calling for it.
If he sticks this, he is done.
Oh, what incredible power. Wow, what a vertical suplex.
Oh, what's Lord?
Take down the arm is trapped.
Crossface applied.
But can he follow up here? This is Johnny Gargano's match now. There's a pin now. His shoulders are down. 2. And he breaks the cover. He's still in this.
Ich hab nichts gemacht. Ich hab nichts gemacht. Nein, ich bin nur reingekommen.
I'd have to agree with what Byron's saying. When you've got action taking place all over the arena, complete with every weapon imaginable, it's not easy to keep up. Well, try, Cole. That's what you're getting paid for, isn't it?
Ja, warte, ich muss auf jeden Fall versuchen, dein Ziel zu verhindern. Aber es ist gut, es ist meine Schuld gewesen, ich bin reingerannt, ich wollte bis zum Schluss versuchen. Warte mal, wenn man...
Of course, Extreme Rules matches have resulted in some gruesome moments over the years, and perhaps none was more gruesome than in 2012 when Brock Lesnar busted John Cena open following a vicious attack.
Aber noch ganz zum Schluss mit dem Kämpfen Gruppen.
He releases it. And you can debate whether or not that would have been the end. Interesting decision there.
The triple threat match from Vengeance featuring The Rock, The Undertaker, and Kurt Angle took complete advantage of the no count-out and no disqualification stipulations. There was a full-scale brawl out on the floor within the...
Alexander's looking to end it.
Oh boy, he is rolling. Cedric Alexander, Brain Buster. Warm up the bus. This one is over.
Cedric Alexander is perhaps the most balanced arsenal on 205 Live. He can hit you from the sky with his strikes and toss you into the lumbar check. How do you prepare for Cedric? Injuries happen to everyone who steps in the ring, and when they keep you sidelined for an extended period, you know it's a more serious ailment. Cedric Alexander missed 5 months with a knee injury. Do the math. Oh, man, what a hit.
Knocked right off the apron.
Oh, that's Mann, über.
Discussing strategy against Cedric Alexander earlier, Corey mentioned Cedric's knee injury. Do you think that's a sound move, Byron?
I don't know, Michael. A truly serious injury forces a competitor to change their moveset. Cedric is still burying those knees in the backs on a weekly basis with the lumbar check. I think he came back from that injury stronger than ever. Oh, boy, he is rolling.
Warte mal, das ist ja mein Contest.
Whoa, Gargano dodged that one. Johnny's so quick. Spikes him down. Incredible. There was a lot of force behind that one.
Harsh impact. Oh, Gargano dodged that one.
Johnny's so quick.
Slam!
Hätte hier Tommaso Ciampa die...
Oh, Alexander dodged that one.
Barely.
Na, dann hätte ich das mit der Krücke ansetzen können, aber...
Whoa, Gargano dodged that one.
Johnny's so quick. Neckbreaker.
Oh, toll,
Could be
ich
it.
hab den Tisch extra reingeholt für euch Mädchen.
I gotta say, watching this match, I'm definitely seeing similarities to... Uh-oh, full Nelson.
Oh, face first. That has got to be it. Cedric Alexander is in a real bad spot.
What a match.
Oh, nasty impact.
And if he hits this, this one's over. Oh, so ruthless.
Now that's how you use a table to your advantage.
Ja, aua.
Irish whip. Hooked up. Oh, it'll destroy your face.
Den Baseballschläger habt ihr auch rausgepackt. Nein.
Cedric Alexander is one of the most highly touted cruiserweights in recent history, but his road to the Cruiserweight Championship took a lot of twists and turns.
Yeah, Michael, a lot of us expected to see Cedric contend for the title as soon as he joined 205 Live, but the drama with Alicia Fox and a knee injury kept him out of the title picture.
Ich glaube, ich tue die Leiter raus.
You guys mentioned Cedric Alexander's path to the Cruiserweight Championship. He was actually a #1 contender before the tournament started, but had to compete in the Cruiserweight Championship tournament just like everybody else.
Yeah, a lesser man would have complained or put less than his best effort in, but it made Cedric fight harder than ever. It took almost 2 years, but Cedric Alexander became Cruiserweight Champion on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania.
Aber damit klar ist, hä?
Some superstars who've competed in a triple threat match feel it's a good idea to have both a finishing move that brings you to a pinfall attempt on.
He's not going to go quietly.
No superstar worth his salt ever does.
When this guy's on, look at him. He's making a statement here with this attack. One more look at it. Sit out, full Nelson, face buster.
Just when you thought he had nothing left.
You'd think one of these times this move would actually end the match.
As Byron mentioned, innovation certainly is a key in a match like this. A competitor can't be adverse to taking action outside the ring. By no means is this your traditional contest.
Great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around.
Nein!
Oh, the old European uppercut.
Dafür war zu wenig Ausdauer.
In matches like this, guys, you learn very quickly which superstars have what it takes to truly get extreme.
Uh-oh, he's in trouble here.
Oh, man! Ouch!
Gargano's, ooh, what impact.
I knew it was only a matter of time. Oh, man, Cedric Alexander. Crossface applied! But he's running on fumes here. Does he have enough left in him to capitalize?
Regarding he's got him covered. Two! True testament to grit.
Wow, that's pure power, guys.
Jetzt wird's interessant.
He's fighting back here.
I expected nothing less, Cole.
Oh, boy, he is rolling. Oh, boy, he is rolling.
Boom! Face first.
Wow, I'm just as surprised as you guys are. Johnny Gargano is just getting overwhelmed. Cedric Alexander really seems to thrive when it comes to tournaments. In 2016, he had a classic match against Kota Ibushi in the Cruiserweight Classic. 2 years later, a tournament got him in a championship match at WrestleMania.
Oh man. Nice.
Whoa, Gargano dodged that one.
Johnny's so quick.
Byron mentioned Cedric winning his
Down! To think, I almost wrote him off earlier.
He might have nailed it. Oh, it's
Jetzt hat er
over.
nicht Moves.
Crossface applied.
But can he follow up here?
Now.
Das könnte jetzt noch nicht so passieren. Ja, das ist.
Beautiful technique.
Oh, he turns it around.
At 2016's Clash of Champions, it was another Cedric Alexander.
Buster. Wow, what a gritty performance.
Hoping to end it here. This is it. 2, 3.
What a victory. What a triple threat.
Das war wunderbar. Wunderbar. Hammer.